Namaskar. As said earlier, I will share my insights on a few practices which served as the foundation for meditation. In the first part, we discussed Yams and Niyams, that is to say, self-restraints and virtuous practices. In the second part, we discussed asanas and pranayama, that is to say, postures and breathing exercises. Today, in the third part, I will share my insights about catharsis and cathartic meditations as the foundation for meditation. If we look the backdrop of modern humans in 19th and 20th century, it seems that catharsis is sine qua non for going into meditation. The mind of modern humans have passed through so many traumas of frequent wars, battles, and conflicts in one or other corner of the world. They have waged World War I and World War II and had been constantly on the apprehensions of exploding atom bombs. The long-drawn drive of expansionism and imperialism by a select few on the one hand, depriving 4/5 of the population not only from their acquired and inherited prosperity and peace, but also from bread and butter, even from bare survival, and on the other hand, the struggles for freedom and homeland by billions of people in scores of nations. The territorial, ethnic, and sectarian disputes, fuming fires here and there, so many issues of survival, safety, and security. Added to all, were falling apart the well-established safety net of social structures and institutions like family and friends. The modern man has been on the pinnacle of anxiety and stress, frustrations and depressions, suppressions and repressions. By advent of 19th and 20th century, something more as the foundation for meditational practices was required. In the wake of destructive forces and tragic events, we had the team of psychoanalysts like Sigmund Freud exhibiting conflicts in the human psyche within multi-layer mind due to suppressions and repressions, in absence of free expressions, advocating analysis and catharsis of several layers of mind, namely subconscious mind and unconscious mind. The New Age visionaries such as George Gurdjieff, Osho, either impliedly incorporating catharsis or vehemently propagating it as the foundation for meditation. Different sort of dancing meditation designed by George Gurdjieff were invariably containing catharsis inbuilt in the meditation. For most of the meditations given by Osho, it was announced that meditation starts with catharsis and ends with celebration. Osho used to say, "I cannot create heaven for you. That is why all my meditation techniques are designed to create hell first." The word catharsis comes from the Greek word kathairēn, which means to cleanse, to purge. The Greek word kathairēn itself comes from Greek root word katharos, which means pure. It entered the English language as a medical term referring to the purging of the body, especially the bowels, of unwanted materials. The word catharsis is used in the sense of purification, cleansing, freeing oneself, release of, relief from, emotional release. In the last few centuries, it began getting closer context with the emotional release and spiritual cleansing. Spiritual masters, including Osho and Gurdjieff, used it like a spiritual cleansing as a foundation for meditation. If we take an honest review of our thought process for a couple of minutes or half an hour, what do we find? It must be of fears, anger, violence, greed, desires, passions, and frustrations. Similarly, if we take an honest review of our dreams for a couple of months, what do we find? The same fears, anger, violence, greed, desires, passions, and frustrations. If we avail past life hypnosis or an exercise to go back into our past lives, what do we find? The same. And the same things will keep erupting when we sit directly for meditation without either practicing catharsis or some sort of purification of body, cleansing of mind, and emotional release. We all know this. When we close our eyes for meditation, what do we come across? We don't come across the beautiful Buddha land. Initially, we come across repressed thoughts and emotions, anxiety and agonies, accumulated anger, as if they all were waiting for us. We know very well it is all a mess inside, and precisely because of that, we prefer to remain outside. To avoid an encounter with them, we choose to go to the movie, to the club, to meet friends and do gossips. We remain occupied till we get tired and fall asleep. And that is our lifestyle. That is the way we are living. No, there is a way out, and catharsis could help miracles. You would be surprised to know that Aristotle used the term catharsis in poetics to describe the effects of tragedy on the audience. The idea was that experiencing fear and pity in a controlled situation, it could help the audience to direct their own anxieties outward and enlarge their insight. In fact, in India, we are aware with similar concept of ration in Ayurveda as exhausting oneself of undesired material in the digestion system. Similarly, there is an age-old concept of nirjara. The concept of nirjara is described in the Jain text Tattvarth Sutra, True Nature of Reality, written by Acharya Umaswati in the 2nd century. The word nirjara literally means falling off. Nirjara implies the shedding of or destruction of outcome of deeds, karmas, that has already accumulated. In the modern era, Sigmund Freud and his mentor Joseph Breuer explained the cathartic method in their book Studies on Hysteria. Freud believed that catharsis was a central part of psychoanalysis. Osho used to tell again and again, if we cathart, if we go through active meditations, chaotic meditations, we throw all these repressions outside, all these emotional hurts and wounds outside, then mindfulness becomes easier. We can resort to catharsis-centric meditations for a couple of weeks as therapy, such as pillow beating. When we feel angry, there is no need to be angry against someone. Let it be meditation, just be angry. Close the room, sit by yourself, and let anger come up as much as it can. If you feel like beat a pillow. Do whatsoever you want to do. The pillow will never object. If you want to kill the pillow, have a knife and kill it. It will help. It will help tremendously. One can never imagine how helpful a pillow can be. Just beat it, bite it, throw it. If you are against somebody, write their name on the pillow or stick a picture on it. You will feel ridiculous, foolish. But what to do? The anger is foolish. It is ridiculous. You cannot do anything about it directly. So let it be. Let it pass out and enjoy it like an energy phenomenon. If you are not hurting anybody, there is nothing wrong in it. When you try this, you will see that the idea of hurting somebody disappears within a couple of days. Make it a daily practice. If not an hour, just 20 minutes every morning. Then watch. The whole day you will be calmer because the energy which becomes anger has been thrown out. The energy which becomes a poison is thrown out of the system. Do this for at least 2 weeks, and after 1 week, you will be surprised to find that whatsoever is the situation, anger is not coming up. Just give it an honest try. We have discussed meditations in our daily routine, and almost all daily activities such as running, jogging, swimming, dancing, eating, drinking, pursuing arts are covered. Catharsis is inbuilt in all these activities, and it does help in catharsis along with pursuing meditation. It is difficult to work with anger directly because it may be deeply repressed, so better to work indirectly. Running will help. Anger and fear will evaporate. When you are running for a long time and breathing deeply, the mind stops functioning and the body takes over. These small exercises will be profoundly helpful. While talking, dancing is meditation. A list of several dance meditation from Osho was given. For example, NATRAJ meditation, no dimension meditation, Sufi whirling meditation, Mandala meditation, heart dance meditation, African dance meditation. If you are interested in rigorous catharsis-centric meditations, you can try Osho dynamic meditation and Osho Kundalini meditation. Osho used to conduct Gibberish meditation every day after evening discourses just before few months before leaving his body. It used to be started with a few jokes for a belly laughter, followed by shouting sounds in unknown language for a couple of minutes, and then sudden stop and falling back on the ground with total relaxation and awareness. The music as well as instructions for all such dance meditations are available on YouTube. The links for the most of these meditations are given in the description. Whatever the method or the meditations you choose for catharsis, once the catharsis is done totally, you can move into meditation. Once they are thrown out, anger has been thrown out, greed has been thrown out, anxiety and fears has been thrown out, all the junk have been thrown out, only then you can easily move into meditation, into your passivity, into your effortless awareness. Then there is nothing to hinder, and then the bright light of the Buddha land, your own being, is perceived, and then you are in a different world, totally different world, the world of self-remembering, the domain of awareness, the world of Dhamma, the world of Tao, Tathata. Thank you so much for listening all 3 videos on the subject of foundation for meditation.